na Sport Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Cyrillian with a magnificent equalizer.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self go get the chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sport Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillian with a magnificent equalizer.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self go get the chance for add your voice to the program.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sport Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Thursday, February 12, 2026, and me will bring counsel on this edition. I am Jaffa Mans Davis. Inside this edition of the program, as Government Sport Authority, they prepare for hold the National Sport Growth Conference. Waiting, we for expect inside this conference. If it just be a conversation on sport or if it start an action. This is the focus of discussion we'll look at inside this edition. Plus, we go so take you to waiting you for expect inside the ongoing weekend, as we get a whole lot of local and international fixtures for keep you through the weekend. So not going aside, the program Sport Update Extra, they continue, and the number is 077 981 981, and the number you go use again, the number is 077 981 981, and also you can join the conversation on the social media platform on YouTube and on Facebook for be part of this edition. By way how you will use the comment section for make you comment and contribution or even ask questions about the different things they will look at inside this edition of the program. For help we look at this issue, better one we get Mohammed Lamin Kebe, which we now in the studio. And Mohammed, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa, and good morning to Fambule.
And at some point again inside this discussion, as we continue, we could get for Yeri from the communications person from the National Sport Authority, when Eric Batilo Fumba for Giwi a background of who side this initiative come out from and who side they head towards for then kind of discussion they are. The program they continue. Mohammed Lamin Kebe, hearing a statement or something about sport growth conference. What's in this show about what we expect in the year 2026?
I think it's a huge one, Jaffa, for sports development in the country. Even though you go on for say the timing, but it's better late than ever. Jaffa, you agree with me? Say there are many issues surrounding sports development in Salon. So a meeting where they bring stakeholders and together, more especially the Ministry of Sport and the National Sports Authority, which I feel is very good. Many a times, over time, we don't hear professional sports persons or people who get interest by sports, including Siraji Ulis Kamara, we a seasoned sports administrator, don't call for a national dialogue. In as much as this not go reflect as much as the desire way some people don't make for get a national dialogue. But I feel it starts from here. For that we get people who make policy. The Ministry of Sports now they create policy, make policy where the National Sport Authority they implement so that we go for develop football. So I feel say it's welcoming that we get an engagement, NSA Ministry of Sports for CC. There are many things I feel say will come out from this meeting, but some of the standouts will be that it facilitates unity among sectors, and more especially sectors that we feel say they are the highest point in terms of sports development. Jaffa, there are many issues for look at, but one key one which center to me, I think is very important at this crucial time, more especially for 2026. It's unity, because we not go for push football or any other sport again. We know for push sports development, improve sports. Jaffa, if the policy makers and anyone already implements the policy, they know the see one side. I'm not saying any see one side, but I feel say even if they are united, but I feel say
that perception again, it could be another topic of discussion. If the title of Sports Growth Conference now just a way for get a national attention on what they want for do, whilst then they look forward for go and cement their relationship because of the recent backlash that been happen between the Ministry of Sport and the National Sports Authority.
It's good, Jaffa. In your intro, you say you get for talk to Director of Communications, National Sports Authority. I think say he's in a better position for throw lights on the certain things and the reason we just preempt say is good, and some of the thing I don't say also not only preemption.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. Now, we won't forget the Director of Communication and Public Relations, now the National Sport Authority. For GUI, more updates, but waiting for expect, and particularly waiting the Sports Growth Conference will mean for the sports sector now the country. In name Eric Batilo Fumba. Eric, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program Sports Update Extra.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me on the show, and good morning to listeners and the viewers.
Yes, I put the question to Mohamed Lamin Kebe about waiting this show for sports and discipline for them to get a sport growth conference.
So, basically, we know say before this time, plenty associations, organizations, executive members of certain sporting discipline, they don't meet journalists there, including where they want to studio, and they say this sporting association say when they get them money, when they do this. So sometimes they don't face with directly for what are the challenges, what are the problems, what are the concerns, what are the observations. And normally when you work with people, it just what's fitting. At times you therefore get the opinion, let you know which are the issues, how we all come together for develop. This don't mean say sport not developed as alone. Yes, we don't begin to develop sport as alone, but we need to tap into more ideas, more suggestions, more recommendations, so that we'll be able to put them all together and collate them, so that we'll be able to know who's our one for take with sports at the next destination. So basically, we from the NSA point of view, we don't meet at management level, we don't meet at technical committee level. All the directors, they don't put programs and together, we'll go for a good presentation tomorrow. But then not only presentation no more than the issue. We don't do presentation, we go for put the various sporting groups there, we don't invite the president then or the secretary generals then. So that we'll put them into group for let them tell what are your feedback, what are your take, what are your comments, and what are the recommendation and concerns then based on which we'll go for present to them. So after the group work, all the suggestions we get for car up, we go for collate them all, we go for take them all, and then we'll now take that suggestion and then to management retreats. So at the end of the management retreat, we will announce sometimes this month, we'll be able to knock out with a blueprint document we're gonna look at and say for the year 2026, this is the strategic plan for Let's Sport Grown as Sierra Leone. So basically, now this will try for do tomorrow. Now this is the conference get for target.
Yes, Eric, just for make some clarification, in recent times, backlash between the Ministry of Sport and the National Sport Authority. Many people are going to listen now, going to wonder about whether they use the Sports Growth Conference as a mission for settle all the bad in them or the chamot between the two institutions.
This Sports Growth Center, not to say that. First and foremost, I don't know if issue between the two institutions. Point of correction. I'm not aware. They talk as an insider where they attend leadership meeting. There has never been a point in time who don't talk say we get issue with the ministry or the ministry don't talk say they get issue with we. So if you get issues as you don't put out, me not aware and not to that I they speak about. Okay. The business here I will speak about the conference we're going to forget tomorrow. And inside this conference, the conference therefore be officially launched and declared by no less a person about the Minister of Sports, Madam Augusta James Temen. I'm not aware of conflicts, I'm not aware of issues. So with business here is we don't discuss this conference here at the leadership meeting. Both the ministry and the NSA, we don't agree. It's endorsed. We are going there as a sports sector. Who is the sports sector? It includes the NSA, the ministry, the NOC, all the one, and I could say it's a sectorial arrangement exclusively. So that make most of the speakers they therefore come out from the sports sector, even the person they therefore chair the occasion, they therefore come out from the sports sector. So these are exclusively sports something. So whether there is issue between the ministry or the NSA as put, I'm not aware and I'm not here to comment on that. With business here is that for now talk to people, particularly the sporting association who don't send an invite to them. Particularly president, because one people don't take key decision, let them attend that meeting. Not so in conference, so you get for go send somebody where you get for go, you don't be able to relay the message clearly, which is all one for that's a decision maker. Decision makers like either the president, the state general who knows it, that then they provide the leadership for the sports association for let them attend. And so far, for telling safety because the responses we don't get is very much encouraging. Let's get willing to attend the conference more. It seems as if the same they look out for this opportunity. So basically, that's what we try to send out to the sporting disciplines.
Okay, out of the over 30, so far so good. How I go rate the reaction of response from the sporting discipline then?
I mean, it's very positive, very overwhelming. In fact, the one they say if
we don't cross 70%, we don't agree for the presence at this conference.
Sorry.
We don't cross 70% of the sporting discipline, then we don't agree for their part of this conference.
No, I don't put it into percentage. First and foremost, we get an official WhatsApp group, WhatsApp greets. We get the president and the secretary generals for almost all the registered sporting associations that will get at this country. So how we can communicate to them? We do a flyer, we send another group day. So based on the feedback, they will know yes. Some money tells the president will tell the minimum will come, but the secretary general will come. The secretary will say, okay, the president not let me come. So the feedback that they get is very much overwhelming, very much encouraging. As a matter of fact, the few one they will even make an oversight because apart from the WhatsApp group, also we send the communication, we also send out to them as personal documents so that we show respect to the leadership there. So the few one they will even make an oversight who not send the document, then they reach out, hey, the company don't call me so I don't send document, me don't get me on it too. So they all don't get them. So I will not put it into percentage. I mean not to percentage they look at here. No matter the case to be, you cannot get 100%, you cannot get everyone. It's very natural that way. But at the end of the day, the comment they get, the responses they get is very much overwhelming, very much pleased, and very much encouraging, and they are all looking forward to this conference tomorrow.
Last one before we round up and start with discussion at the studio. Eric, many different institutions then from the government architecture get a strategic plan where from the eye seen you get a feeling of how much transformation you expect. How much owner the National Sports Authority together with the Ministry of Sport will make sure say the conversation the owner they get in this conference, not just FIBA like an ordinary conversation, or the documents the owner will get out of this conference begin get very, very good impact way implementable in a short spell of time where people can go before see.
So first and foremost, this initiative will come out entirely from we. We are not forced. We are not pushed. We are not quassed. Nobody not tell we to for do as an institution. We go with deliverables. We go with mandates. We go with strategic plans. We go with policies. So this is something come out from me. It's like my money where you grab. You say I go for go school. You don't grab. You don't want. You don't prepare. You go take people inside to go school. Now you don't come out from you willingly get for go school. So that effort you don't apply. Where you go, you get for the very concentrate. Every company talk to you say no, I can't school. I know what they're there for. Now when you grab, when they get for go with you, but I mean they go school, you face fish, no one for go. So even when you go for go, the level of concentration nobody at all not. You just don't know because you want for do. What I try for say here is the conference. In fact, this conference we don't get our last year, but because of several programs that we could put up, and even follow get this conference as of tomorrow, we get a lot of consideration on because this weekend, running down to this weekend, we get a couple of activities, including the turning of the sword for the Thailand artificial turf, where therefore begin green effective Monday, from Sunday to Monday, the Thailand field will not begin go green. So get that activity, we get the NSA and management retreat, all I need to come. But we decide to prioritize this conference because we want to get the views of the partners. The one who they for go the sports association and now key partners into sports activity. Without them, we don't go there outside the call we say NSA or not go there outside the commission director of communication. We are working for them. So what do they try for say? Once the instinct it come out from we, now we just put the resources, now we don't plan everything. They don't tell you say whatever we got for take from that place, they for put into blueprint documents and go for implementer. They would implement them together with the sports association. They said we don't say if we take certification, they will not say yes. So now make this happen. So for instance, if sporting body come to you say you don't get money for let go international, you don't for begin go grumble. But if you go tell us say the NSC budget, they don't cut down by 89%, by 89%. You don't know see the budget which don't left around 19 billion. That 19 billion then you don't begin to say, okay, now we encourage 10 or 15 sports for let them do sport at saloon level. We identify, for example, the sport then. Okay, this sport will go for encourage for let you look at sports. For let you look at sports, NSC go fund you. For let you look at sport, NSC go fund you. But for international sport, NSC no go fund you. So as a guest as an example. So at the end of the day, you know, we even get the seal again for country and therefore travel go here. Because in the retreat, in the discussion with you, they don't tell you the budget line and how the budget line therefore go clearly. So if we take this, you know, we can say, NSN and so then this someone they do, this someone they do, because you are part of the process. That is why we are bringing them together so that we'll harvest and cultivate their opinion. Together that NSN just don't know what for say that this will get for do. In development, you get for engage the people, you get for work with the people, and you get for think like the people. So which is why we are bringing them together. So this don't for be like for John Boss, you don't know more, for go get merriment or for go get common discussion, common day at the end of the day, it become a white elephant. No. It therefore become a policy, therefore become a workable document to the implementer for the development of sport at this country, which basically at this the conference they try for targets.
Okay, plenty thank you, Eric, for joining today inside this edition of the program.
Thank you very much for hosting me online. Thank you. God bless.
Okay, the program Sport Update Extra they continue 077-981-981 the number you go use 077-981-981 the number you go use to be part of this edition. Or you can go now with social media platform on Facebook and on YouTube for make your comment and contribution and add a voice to the different things that we'll look at inside this edition. Mohamed Lamin Kebe, lengthy interview with Eric Fumba. How you go react to all of his statements?
Well, Jaffa is good. I'll be talking and say we need an in-depth analysis of why would get this sports growth conference. It is appealing for now years. When I say sports growth conference, you go on for things. Say it's going to be a conference where really they try for push or develop sports, Jaffa, but also for know the real issues where they happen. I feel it's good we have Eric, and Eric don't tell me. The people don't get for present by the conference tomorrow. They make mention of sporting associations. I stand to be corrected, but I think so we have over 30 sporting disciplines. So it's good when they share a single room, the Ministry of Sports, National Sports Authority, and the associations in there. Because many times, Jaffa, as journalists, you agree with me, talk to sporting associations, whether now the president or the secretary for the different associations and get a lot of things where they can complain. Even the Salon Football Association, where they are the highly and the most funded discipline, for all the sporting disciplines, then self still get issues surrounding development, Jaffa, like any other sport again, also the cricket, the golf, and many other ones, volleyball, they all get issues. So I feel say Eric don't set the basics, it don't make them very clear, and we go on for waiting the pan out tomorrow from the engagement where they will get, and also I know say there will be a time for sporting associations for letting themselves make presentations about how they want to see sport development thrive going forward from 2026 now and upward. I feel say in development people have to own the process, and this is an example. Creating the right room, I feel say they create also a level playing field for them to get the opportunity for them to discuss with the policymakers and the way they implement the policy for ensure say they for push sports develop. So it's a good one, Jaffa.
Mohamed Lamin Kebe, yes. Now, looking at the kind of foundation where Eric Don set in that interview there about how Nafole, they're looking at all of the challenges, listen to some concern and things like that. With the way how things be done, they go and the kind of complaint where we as an institution where they push sporting business go before don't they listen to from different sporting discipline them. It's so clear and evident that some sporting association or sporting discipline they are totally bittered right now because they're not being able to get the kind of support, because they feel neglected and things like that. And going into conference like this, how much or how important it be for the representative of the different disciplines, and they able for they go into the conference with clean mind and open heart for talk about all the issue and trust process for the last time or for another time, because you no get guarantee say your problem will be solved. Not to the first thing this forget conversation like this. But again, the other side is you get for go with a mindset say this they not make an attempt for let able for look into the problem. So how important it be for the sporting discipline representative them able for talk on issues them really where they unbug them, and if possible conjure up some solutions them where can set a stage for the pure intervention of sporting authorities them for develop the different games.
I feel is very crucial, but you're talking about also some sporting associations grieving. Economic and I don't want to be PR for National Sport Authority, but I feel say Salon pull on from sports will get constrained with financing, we get constrained with budgeting. National Sports Authority, in as much as we always they say they need to, because the need for develop, the need for fund sponsor, but it's true say we have many sporting disciplines and they cannot fund them concurrently. They cannot fund all those sporting associations concurrently or simultaneously. Jaffa. So I feel say it is good to establish that anybody, whether it's the current administration, Emmanuel Safabulai, any other person, go and forget all the money out of this world and say, give all the sporting associations for them for do their activities so that they will thrive. Jaffa. So let we set our basis clear. In as much as we criticize, say there are things and the way they will do, and we will continue for call upon National Sport Authority for ensure say they're fun. But that's the reality also. But talking about also a question really how important is this one. I don't believe say Jaffa, this growth conference they really not the final straw, or it's a straw we go break the camel's back. Whether it's the final straw or not, but I don't feel say or this is not the magic bullet, but I feel say it's a starting point, Jaffa. It's a starting point for address, because you talk again about the financial challenge where the sector in particular sports they get over time, and in recent time the National Sport Authority, with a quote from Eric, say they don't get 89% cut from their budget. We mean say
some tough questions need to be asked, particularly around the sports development fund. And if, for instance, you don't take over a year or so, or some years now, behind developing a sport development fund where everybody buy the initiative, say it can get massive impact, but still the start of this development fund now a challenge. Tougher questions about what think will be other avenue for revenue from the National Sport Authority for able to support the discipline, because if you want to set standards, you need to give guarantee, say what you do for me this, I can able to promote you this kind of way.
Yes, I think say one of the major challenge that affect sports na salon, na sports financing, Jaffa. We don't see a lot of or the past EDs and the current ED, we don't see they don't do very well in terms of raising funds for ensure say they're able for finance all sporting disciplines. You make mention of the sport development fund. It was launched. I think I stand to be corrected. The president was there when he launched that sport. As journalists, I feel say this is not the table for ask the right questions, Jaffa. And now question where I go like for ask any target opportunity for get an interview, whether it's a private or interview, for know about the development of that one, the sport development fund. But I not feel say it in any steady flow. But as I say, I not get correct or better information about Dandy. But Jaffa, yes, I feel say Dandy also is a step to the right direction for ensure for develop fund. But there are many ways also we can do Dandy, Jaffa. There are plenty ways we go for do Dandy. There are plenty ways we go for increase more money, raise more revenue for sports development, Jaffa. Many ways, Jaffa. And I feel say part of I think say. Honestly, they think say part of the discussion tomorrow go look at how can we solicit funds, how can we develop funds, quite apart from the sport development fund, and also quite apart from the money where government, the National Sport Authority, quite apart of those monies, the money where Ministry of Finance or the government, the Ministry of Sports, quite apart of those monies, there has to be ways. We need for Leo. There are many things we can do for develop money. We not even look at them also, Jaffa. One thing they miss on also. The money where stadiums they give. It's a good business, but for some people they feel say build stadium or build facilities for sports, and feel say development no more way tap like say we don't get
necessary expenditure.
Yes, we not see like investment.
No,
but it's a big time investment.
Speaking about investment, we see the footballing authority now, or the footballing association of the country, don't they get a lot of partnership for different things the way they want to do, where on the general look, they reduce the burden from them for they put their own personal cash into the game. Because if you get sponsors for almost all the competition the way they play, when it comes to support and things the way for run the league with standard and make sure say you as an authority able for take you but you actions them, you able for do them right. How much you think say the NSA self need for begin to follow then kind of suits and they, or maybe they're ill capacitated that sometimes they not get a corporate affairs person way, sometimes for they look into issues of getting into partnership. We have a lot of institutions there now where not on the show their relevance again because they're not be involved.
I feel say I don't want to say they are incapacitated, Jaffa, because check National Sport Authority. They have many directorates within the National Sport Authority, and now find an example you don't make sure. I think so you have alluded to something where I feel say they for look at for see how best the Sports Association NSA for able to work with associations sporting associations Salon Football Association, they command a lot of support. The female league Marampa, the male league we know say Leon Rock. So their associations are also
and all around them.
Yes, it behoves them for let them put them together. Nobody can spend by your team if you know they be win-win situation. My empowerment is spent by the league because did they get something in return? Did they get publicity? People want to do business with them. So the same for I can always borrow facts from also from international, whether it's sport or football. You see, we get Arsenal. We see we get Fly Emirates. Arsenal don't do a lot for Fly Emirates. We get Chelsea at one time. Chelsea at one time be do business with. They advertise for Samsung. They did a lot for Samsung. Even Radio Democracy have done a lot for corporate institutions, including AfriCell and what have you. So now business, now investment, Jaffa.
Everybody
you know what puts you money, but what they get profits from. So if cricket associations, if they are to be sponsored, if volleyball for be sponsored, they have to be visible. I'm not saying they know they do well. Some sporting associations they do very well, but they not reach to maybe to South Football Association for ensure and no say football gets edge all over the world. Football gets edge more than every other sport. Are the most watched sports, Jaffa. But I feel say the need for do the needful. But also you talk about how the whole way National Sport Authority will play. Okay. I feel they for work with the sporting associations and they for able to revive them, let them get league safe back, Jaffa. Because most of the associations and they not even get league. They not even get league where they play like football. So when you get league, Jaffa, I feel say publicity around the sporting association they increase.
Okay,
continue. Business and investments. Then we'll put the money.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. 077-981-981 are the number you go use. 077-981-981 are the number you go use for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program. The time from the studio clock now, 10:34, and at this point, we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll open the phone line and then we listen to the latest around the international scene. We'll take this break.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sport Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a market now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45 as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Sports Update Extra, they continue. 077-981-981 are the number you go use. 077-981-981 are the number you go use to be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing there they look at inside this edition. Or you can join the social media conversation and use the comment section for make your comment and contribution or ask questions about the different in them we will only look at inside this edition of the program. With we now at the studio, we will be joined by Alfred Jana. Alfred, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning, Jaffa. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Yes, as always, GUI update, but waiting for we as the latest at the international scene.
Plenty of update and day for we the listeners and viewers them outside there, got across different sports sectors in the world. But first, I go begin for the updates, but waiting the happen at the 2026 Winter Olympic Games then. One Ukraine player, Heras Keskoich, done disqualified for men's skeleton for wear helmet of remembrance. French peer, Cizeron and Biondari win gold medal after plenty controversy. Sweden puts up best performance in Olympic with a record of 60 shots. American phenom Jordan win first Olympic gold with a record after some Kuskas happen per 1,000 meter. America Elizabeth Lemley don't win freestyle moguls gold after final run. England celebrates 100 years of netball. Cross country, Calabo go end the winter game with most goals of all time. Now, some updates about football. Nottingham Forest don't sack the head coach, Sean Dyche, after way the club they in a 17th position in the English Premier League. England head coach Thomas Tuchel don't extend in contract end until 2028. And yesterday, Liverpool and Sunderland them on the home unbeaten record run after a header from Virgil van Dijk. And James Milner don't be the most Premier League appearance with in play yesterday against Nottingham, against Aston Villa, where they be lost by a goal to nil. This now some of the international updates, Jaffa.
Continuing for still 3 plenty, thank you for the update. 077-981-981, the number you go use. 077-981-981, the number you go use for being part of this edition. And how the voice to the different thing that we look at inside this edition of the program. The program they continue. They start for look at some of the message them. We don't come inside the program and so they wait for some calls. But the number is 077-981-981. We'll take the first call inside the program. Hello caller, good morning.
Yes, and then Edward Kagbo, they call from Shell.
Yes, Edward Kagbo, what's the contribution?
The million contribution. I want to know the update for the Sierra Leone Premier League.
Oh, okay. You could get updates on
Because
that.
we get a transfer window say Saiduba from Mo Rangers don't come Mr. Lions.
Well, as it happened, you go know. But we'll keep in tabs on that one day.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. 077-981-981, the number you go use. 077-981-981, the number you go use for be part of this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. They continue with the message them. We go now with Facebook page. Usai Mystic from Drazak, they say most of our sporting disciplines are struggling with finance over the years. This is not rosy for them, as they may think even to run the administrative activity is a challenge, not to talk about organizing national competition. The NSA should use the upcoming conference to address some of those challenges. Okay. From that message day, another one from Mac 10, they talk about Erling Haaland. We don't reach 50 goals contribution from Man City and Norway for the past 7 consecutive seasons. Good one from him. But the program, Sports Update Extra, they continue. 077-981-981, the number you go use. The number again, 077-981-981, the number you go use for being part of this edition. And now the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program, Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program, they continue for take more calls. We take another call again before we look at updates from the Leo Premier League. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Jaffa. This is Bakayoko. I call from Drazak.
Yes, Bakayoko. What's the contribution?
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity. And in terms of giving back, I think. Really, we football teams and what you look at that, what are the benefits if sponsors come? Which are the benefits Rangers will get at the end of the day? Because somebody will talk out push, at least you never realize anything going forward. But at least if you have this guy for like I prepare you decide for do what some things like the advert for the most of the time. If not any bank, to make sure you play as the all open account. For that particular bank, it will be much more better. I know say Salon, say what you may difficult any kind of because of the content of NOC. But however, that not going to be a limitation, say because of the challenges we're not going to overcome something. No, we don't see other sporting. So football they go before. So why not? Really nice. Some of them update the whole that they give. But again, we government, more especially the SLSA, NSA, let them really try for do more. Look at stadium. How many years now? Obviously, now we will get anything better. There are a whole lot. Where they have more need to be done anyway. And internationally, as now we get game together, which are now the best. we can't afford to let or to drop any points, more especially when Man City win yesterday. I really appreciate the opportunity. Like always did that with, Radio Democracy, because they give me the very best. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, plenty. Thank you for your contribution. 077981981 are the number you go use. Quickly, for that we call away be asked about updates from the Lerock Premier League. Yesterday, we've been get two interesting fixtures. One SLFA Academy between Wilberforce Strikers and Freetown City Football Club. Wilberforce Strikers, after almost 6 to 7 games winless run, don't get another victory as they be able to forget the day against Freetown City Football Club after they win by a 1-0. Abacha City be able to hold Inform Bantal FC to a 2-2 draw. Then they means the table go don't shake small for either of them teams. But then on Friday we get for see Ports Authority. They welcome Star Sports Academy na the approved school. Whilst on Saturday we go see Luawa FC go engage Old Edwardians, and Baiboga Warriors go travel to Makeni for play na Wusum Field against Wusum Stars, while Slipher FC they entertain FC Kalon. Diamond Stars go welcome Bo Rangers on Sunday na the Koidu Town Field as Diamond Stars go play against Bo Rangers. Mighty Blackpool go engage Eastern Lions at the SLFA Academy on Sunday na the SLFA Academy. Camboy Eagles they play against Bulom Stars on Sunday na the Kenema Town Field. These are the fixtures for match week 15. But away from the fixtures, we look at the table of how things stand like at the moment. After 14 matches played, we see Usai Baiboya Warriors still they lead the table, and after 14 matches, Star Sports still the second position with 26 points. Baiboya get 26 points, Star Sports get 25 points, and in third position, Bo Rangers get 23 points. Fourth position, Old Edwardians 21 points. Fifth position, FC Kalon 21 points. Sixth position, Ports Authority 21 points, and now seventh position, Bantal FC, courtesy of that draw we didn't get yesterday, 21 points. 8th position, Bulom Stars, 19 points. 9th position, Wusum Stars, 19 points. 10th position, Slipher Football Club, 17 points. 11th position, Mighty Blackpool, 17 points. And 12th position, Camboy Eagles, 17 points. 13th position, Freetown City Football Club, 16 points. And now, 14th position, Abacha City, 15 points, courtesy of that draw we didn't get yesterday. The relegation threatened zone still remain the same. FC Eastern Lions Football Club get 13 points after we did not play 14 matches with a game to spare and get for play Mighty Blackpool. But then sit down 15 at the table. Diamond Stars they 16th at the table and get 13 points. With but 4 strikers, courtesy of that victory yesterday, means say they don't claim up to 14th position, and Abacha now go on the 15th position because Uber 4 strikers get 3 points yesterday. So now they don't come out relegation zone after a very long time. And Luawa FC they 18th position and then get 12 points. This is not how things stand like from the Leon Rock Premier League. Well, Fambu, because of time, this is not all we got time for. And the big pick for this week inside international scene, Arsenal go play against Brentford. As yesterday we see some very interesting scorelines. Then, well, because of time, we're not going to go through more into. But plenty thank you to you, Alfred Jana, and also plenty thank you to Mohamed Lamin Kebe, and on ourselves will listen and watch we from wherever we get we from. We will bring counsel on this edition. My name is Jaffa Mans Davis. But alongside me, I've been on the work with Lucinda Williams, so we're going to get you live from on a different radio sets them. And Fatmata Samoa, we're going to see you live from Facebook and on YouTube. So till the next edition, have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come